Okay. Hello, everyone. Again, I apologize for the problem you have. And yeah, we had some technical issues, and now I think we're back. And if you can hear me, everyone, again, I apologize for the problem you have. And yeah, we had some technical issues, and now I think we're back. And if you can hear me, everyone, again. Yeah, let me turn off my sound there. Yeah, if you can hear me, and tell me where you are. I'm in North Dallas area, and we have been all working from home for a year now, actually since March of last year. And yeah, type in the comment area and let me know that you can hear me and tell me where you are. And I'm glad to be back. And sorry for all the troubles we had. Sorry for keep you waiting. And we will, all the videos will be recorded and will be placed in this channel. So it won't be a problem even if you miss some of them. They will be all in the channel and also linked on GuruFocus so that you can always come back and check the archives. And this is a March membership meeting. And in this meeting, I will try to do a few things. Hey, Graham, can you turn on the sharing? I cannot share my screen. Yeah, I'll share a few things. First, I will talk about the recent Guru portfolio update, and I will also show you the features that are useful for you to get the Guru portfolios, and also get the Guru portfolios and also use some of the tools. Graham, seems the picture is kind of fuzzy on the quality. If you look at the video, seems quite fuzzy there. And I will show you all these tools. I hope it's clear. The YouTube is clear for you enough, but there might be some problems. And if you have questions, anytime if you have questions, please type in the comment area and I will answer them as much as possible. And first of all, yeah, over the past 2 weeks, we have updated the Guru portfolios of the December portfolio, the December 2020, end of December 2020 portfolio. And I'm sure many of you already know how to use the tool, but I would still like to show you how to find the Guru portfolios. And that's actually one of the most important thing from us. We are GuruFocus. So yeah, Graham, if you can work on the video, make sure that video quality is good. Seems like video quality is quite fuzzy there. And okay, if I will talk more here. And for instance, because we have updated the Guru portfolio, so one of the most important thing on GuruFocus is to find the Guru's portfolios. And usually when you won't find anything on the top left, we have the search box. And you can, okay. So Derek said that he was able to change the quality of on his end, and it's nice and clear. Maybe Derek, you can share how you share the video, how you change the quality. That'd be great. And when you okay, I will continue. If you want to find the Guru portfolios, first I want to tell you you can always find everything, almost everything, from the search box on the top left corner. And we're talking about Warren Buffett's portfolio here, so I just type Warren Buffett. I just type part of it to appear. It will appear, and it will show you what Warren Buffett has bought and sold. under the stock picks tab, it's actually sorted in a way that the absolute value of the trades, the impact by the order of absolute value of the impact. So the first one, Warren Buffett reduced some Apple, and he bought, the largest position he bought is Verizon. And if I come here, look at his complete portfolio. Here, look, we can see that what he bought, the most of things is sorted by default. What he bought lately. First one is Verizon, the second one is T-Mobile, then Kroger, Merck, Marsh and McLennan, the insurance broker company, AbbVie. And we can see that he bought lots of very traditional industry companies in the traditional industry, and the valuation is actually quite low. The valuation is quite low, actually. And let's take a look at Verizon. If I click here, I will see Verizon here, and we can see that this is the largest purchase of Warren Buffett. And if you look at the company, the PE ratio is only 12.96. The PE ratio is very low. Now for the technology companies, we're talking about PE ratio 40, 50, 80. Even lots of times the PS ratio, price to sales ratio, is in order of 50s, 60s. But Warren Buffett is buying company with a PE ratio of 13, around 13. The company is definitely not growing much. You can look, you can see the revenue did not change much over the past few years. The earning didn't change a lot over the past years, but the valuation is really low. Valuation is really reasonable, as you can see from the Guru value chart here. And this is Warren Buffett's largest purchase. So what I'm thinking, okay, of course, Warren Buffett is a traditional investor. He rarely invests in the hot technologies, but still he's buying very low valuation companies. And another one, for instance, Kroger. And Kroger here, Kroger, we all know what is doing. And Kroger has a P ratio of only 8.8. This is actually unbelievable. Warren Buffett is buying company with P ratio of 13 and 8.8, while the hot technology stocks are traded at around 30, 40, 50s of P ratio. And Warren Buffett is buying very low valuation companies. And this actually is a direction I was talking about over my last meeting, our last meeting. And over the last meeting, as mentioned, I showed you the industry overview. I'll show you again this time again, and I showed you that the traditional industry now is valuation so low, and it's probably a direction to go. But it seems like Warren Buffett did just that during the last quarter of 2020, and that's something I want to highlight. And one feature, if you don't know, is that you can always look at the history. And for instance, I click on here Kroger. You can see when Warren Buffett started to buy Kroger. He started in 2019, Q4 of 2019. He continued to add to the position, and now it's 2020, still adding to the position. And let's look at the Verizon position. He started buying it in third quarter of 2020, and he added a lot during the fourth quarter. It's very likely he will add more. And we can see that what he sold. And if I look at the portfolio, the position he sold out, the Barrick Gold, it was bought, I remember last year, it bought in second quarter of last year, and it was sold out completely during the fourth quarter of last year. And of course, I didn't think it was bought by Warren Buffett himself either, because it's an extremely small position. And I noticed that Warren Buffett sold JP Morgan, a bank, JP Morgan, and also another bank here. M&T Bank. I was a little bit surprised, and but yeah, that's what he did. He sold J.P. Morgan. To me, bank is probably bank stocks will do well probably, and but he sold it. Okay, that's Warren Buffett's portfolio. A few tools I want to highlight here because we just updated the Guru portfolio, and you can use the tool to find out. You can use the tool to find out the stocks. The stocks of your favorite gurus are buying. Actually, you can do that in our all-in-one screener, for instance. And if we come to our all-in-one screener, and under the Guru tab, there's a Guru tab here. And if I search a few gurus, I like things Warren Buffett, again. And then another one, for instance, one I like is Chalk Ecker. And I got two of them, and now I can sort their common holdings. I sort by the current hold count here. I just sort here. You can see that both Warren Buffett and Chalk Ecker owns MasterCard, owns Visa, and also owns Moody's Corporation. And he owns both of them own this very high quality companies, three of them. And if we add another guru in their similar style, maybe we talk about Bill Gates. Bill Gates, of course, doesn't manage his own portfolio, but he's having someone else managing it, of course, in the style that he agrees. The largest position is Apple. So among the three gurus, Warren Buffett, Chalk Ecker, and Bill Gates, Apple is their largest common position. And there's Amazon also. Of course, there's Moody, MasterCard, and there's Berkshire Hathaway, because both Chalk Ecker and Bill Gates owns Berkshire Hathaway. Of course, Warren Buffett owns most of the Berkshire Hathaway. So that's you can use all-in-one screener to find out the common holdings of the gurus, of your favorite gurus. You can always search here for your guru name, and then you can find their common holdings. You can set, of course, also check, for instance, at least one guru is buying the stock. You can also combine it with other fundamental parameters. For instance, I want a company at least with 200 billion market cap. Then you only have CVX and Verizon left. For those, at least one buying. Of course, I can remove another one. I can remove I can remove this number of group buys, and stocks they own with at least 200 billion market cap. We have Amazon, we have Apple, we have Berkshire Hathaway, MasterCard, Visa, those companies. That's a common holding among them. And one interesting thing I did actually lately, I think it's interesting, was that if I remove this, and because growth stock was so hot over the past few months, past last year actually, and I was trying to figure out what the common holdings of the growth gurus are. And one person is, of course, very hot, very popular guru, Catherine Wood, and he's managing ARKK, and he's found his ETF outperformed market tremendously over the past year. And another similar style is Ron Barron, and Ron Barron, his fund returned 148% last year also. And another one is Bailey Gifford. This is a British Bailey Gifford, I think. Okay, Gifford. Okay, well, I think because I'm here, I need to have the okay Bailey Gifford. Yes. And now here I have three gurus here: Catherine Wood, Ron Barron, and Billy Gifford. Billy Gifford is a firm which is based in UK. It has a more than 100 years of history and has tremendous track record for investing. And I was looking at their common holdings, and here you actually I did it. You can see that all three of them owns Amazon and owns Pinduoduo, which is a Chinese online online store company, which is similar to Amazon, but not doing more things than Amazon actually, for retail. Facebook and Google, Microsoft, Netflix, all three of them own these companies. And then you can look at that others like Apple, MasterCard also, they also own those. And all three of them own all of those these stocks, and actually created a portfolio tracks the performance of their common holdings. You can actually easily create a portfolio here by just click on this add to portfolio button, add to portfolio, then you can create your own put these stocks will be in the portfolio like Amazon, PDD. You can see all of this. Then you can give it a name and then describe the portfolio. You can decide if the portfolio is private or friend only or open to public, to everyone. And I did it. Then I was tracking the performance of this portfolio. I can show you here, which actually tell you something very, I think is kind of interesting. And if I look at the portfolio here, the portfolio I created was called Growth Gurus Aggregated Portfolio. It's here, and it's open to everyone. You can check it anytime. It was created on February 23rd of this year, so it was only about 10 days ago. It was 10 days ago, and this is the their common holdings of the three growth gurus. And unfortunately, over the past 10 days, those stocks has been doing poorly, quite poorly. And I can see if I sort by the performance here, since I added into the portfolio, they have been doing poorly. On average, they have been down 8.5%. The SP 500 is down about only 1%. So that's how their aggregated portfolio works, because they're all growth gurus, and they did really well, extremely well during the last year, but they're not doing very well this year. And this is related to the industry overview I will be sharing again at toward the end of this meeting. That's the first thing I want to talk about. That's about the Guru's portfolio, the aggregated Guru's portfolio. If you have questions on how to use it and where to find the Gurus of the portfolio of Gurus, feel free to type in the comment area. I will answer your question definitely. And that's one thing. A second thing is we know that over the past weekend, his shareholder letter was out, and I read it. The first thing I did on Saturday, and my feeling it was that Warren Buffett didn't see very much over the last letter, and of course, one thing caught my attention was that Warren Buffett bought back 25 billion of stocks, Berkshire stocks. And so Berkshire had a very large buyback over the past quarter. And so that's why I want to point out about the valuation Berkshire Hathaway. And I think that Berkshire is pretty fairly or kind of undervalued at this point. And I personally actually have been buying Berkshire Hathaway over weeks, and you can see that if you look at the PE ratio, Berkshire PE ratio is only 17. now the market P ratio, we all know that it's quite high. And the PB ratio, price book ratio, is only 1.45. We know that Warren Buffett several years ago, he said that when the price to book ratio of Berkshire Hathaway is below 1.2, he would do buybacks. But then he lifted this PB ratio because Berkshire now has more real operations than before. Not just an investment company or insurance company, more non-financial operations these days. So the price book ratio is worth a higher price book ratio, and even at this price book ratio 1.47, Warren Buffett is buying heavily on stocks, buyback stocks. Berkshire Hathaway has a market cap of 586 billion now. So Warren Buffett bought 25 billion back. So it's more than 4%. He bought back more than 4% during this period. So I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised he continue to buy back Berkshire Hathaway stocks. And now, I want to show you some valuations of Berkshire Hathaway stocks. If we look at here, the price book ratio, and if you look at the interactive chart of GuruFocus, you will see the valuation chart, a different valuation chart. And if you come here first, it's a stock price, of course. And now if you look at the P ratio of Berkshire Hathaway, I just click on P ratio and look at the last 15 years. Berkshire earnings now is quite unstable. The reasons, because several reasons, because Berkshire has a large investment portfolio, and the investment, even the unrealized gain or loss, is required to be calculated in the earnings these days. And Warren Buffett criticized that, but unfortunately, it's still the reality. And so the P ratio of Berkshire Hathaway, if I remove this price line and look at the five-year P ratio, you can see that the P ratio increased some, but still it's very low P ratio for Berkshire Hathaway. And now we look at the price to book ratio. If we look at the price book ratio, we can see that the price book ratio now, as I said, 1.47. And it was below 1 March last year. But even now, it's 1.47, increased quite a bit over the past year, but still, it's a pretty low valuation. Berkshire is worth more higher price book ratio now than it was 5 years ago, because Berkshire now has more non-financial, and at this current valuation, I believe that Berkshire Hathaway is kind of either fair or undervalued at this point, I believe. And okay, someone's asking about CRM, so I will go through CRM here. Salesforce, it's Salesforce. If I come to here, summary page, and I personally don't like CRM very much. The reason is because the company has not been making money consistently. I know the company is growing very fast, growing quite fast. It made money, for last fiscal year, but the earning has not been stable. The earning has not been stable, actually. So I personally don't like that company. I like more predictable company with predictable earnings. So it does not have a very good profitability rank from us. The reason, because you can see that over the past 10 years, lots of times it was losing money, and the earning is not predictable either. And so that's why the profitability rank is not high, but the valuation seems to the lowest. Actually, I observed over the past Graham, seems like we're having problem again on video. Error. Yeah, okay, let's just continue it, record it, and okay. Insider sales ratio and insider sales ratio, insider sales over insider buy ratio has been very, very low for the past several months, and it has been very, very low. And this is actually, to me, it's telling us we need to be cautious in this market. Market valuation is high, and it's probably needs to be. We need to be cautious. We want to buy if we want to buy more stocks. But if we really want to buy, where do we go? I think we should follow the direction of Warren Buffett. We should buy more traditional companies, and this also we can see it from GuruFocus industry overview page. It's under the market industry overview here, and if I sort all the industries by P ratio, the energy, financial sectors, and financial services, this industry